Hi, y'all. I'm Allison, and we are here to continue my February TBR with the help of my Sims. So, this time we are going to be traveling to Flint's house. It's a huge mansion. I had to do the Mansion Baron aspiration with this family and had to do a little tweaking. I played this back, I think, 2019. So, the ages are off again, but that's okay. Anyway, let's get right into the game and see what 5 books The Sims are going to recommend for me. Okay, so here we are outside at Flint's mansion. He managed to build this with the help of his roommates and his family, and we're going to have him go read something. This is actually the house that Goldie grew up in, so I will give you all a tour of it at the end. And through here is my favorite part of the house. This is where my writers worked all of their magic. This is their library. Okay, so let's see what Flint has for us for February. Audible. All right, so we get to choose any audiobook. Awesome. I know what I'm going to be reading for this. I love this house. I want that library. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, so for the first one, we're starting out really nice and easy. So I always have an Audible book going that I listen to strictly when I'm working on a craft project. I'm still working on my Christmas diamond painting. So full disclosure, today is the 27th and I have already started this book. I'm only like an hour in, but that's okay. As you'll see, I'm going to need all the help I can get this month. So we are starting with Warriors of the Storm by Bernard Cornwell. And this is Uhtred from The Last Kingdom, the Netflix series. Love this series. And finally, I am so happy to report that the narrator is on par with the show pretty much for all the pronunciations. So I think this book was narrated after the show came out. I'm really happy with the narrator. His name is Matt Bates. Highly recommend this series, especially if you like the TV show, The Last Kingdom. There's quite a bit of variation between the books and the show, but not so much that it ruins it. It's just some characters are more prominent on the show. It's like getting 2 for 1 because they're both incredible. Anyway, enough gushing about that. So let's go back into the game and see what my next little Simi has for me. Really good start. Let's get Gable in here and have him choose a book. So, and all we're doing is I've had my writers, Goldie being the primary one, write books as an author, and I've retitled them with a prompt and then tell the Sims to read something. They randomly pick a book, which will lead me to a book on my bookshelves. So, Gable's going to take us all around the house. Let's see where he's going. And get a glimpse of what the upstairs looks like. This house has 8 bedrooms, I believe. I'm quite proud of this one. Took a long time to make. He went way far away. And we have... Oh no. Okay, we have to have him redraw. We are adding 2 extra books to our list this month. Normally I do 5, so we will now be doing 7. Thanks, Gable. Let's send him to get something else. So let's have him go to this bookcase. If you didn't know, all of the books in your Sims houses, no matter which bookcase you put them on, they all pull up together. So you can load them all in one and access every book from every bookcase. You don't have to go specifically to the one that you put it on. Okay, so he's gonna stay down here. Here's the living room, by the way. Where'd the book go? Get the book out. There we go. Thanks, Bob Ross. An illustrated book. Okay. All right, Gable. Yeah, he wasn't as kind as his father, so it seems to be a theme this month. Shortest month of the year, let's pile on as many books as we can. Thank you, TBR gods. So we're going to be adding 2 picks, and I have to redraw because otherwise it would just add 1. So we've got an illustrated book. And for this, I enjoyed this one so much in December. I don't care if it is technically set during the holidays. I am continuing on with The Secrets of Winter House by Ben Gutterson. If you haven't read this series, I highly recommend it. It was so atmospheric and just great. It is set during Christmas break. It doesn't overemphasize Christmas. It's not all centered around Christmas. So I think it would definitely be any time of year you could enjoy it, especially during the winter. So I'm going to read book 2. Thank you, kind of, Gable. We'll see how your extras treat me. But so far, I'm really happy with the way this is leading me. So let's hop back into game and see what Gable's brother Garrett is going to do to me. Garrett is actually the heir. He moves out and does the next challenge, builds our next house. He is Flint's son, but Flint has long ago passed away, so I just brought him back through the gallery. Even though they look the same age, Flint is actually the father of Garrett and Gable. We've got fan fiction, any book with a storyline that is based on another book. So not a strict retelling, just references another story or author. All right. They're sending me some love for February. Thanks to Garrett. Is it Garrett? Yeah, it's Garrett. I actually get to get one of my brand new books. In fact, I just picked this up yesterday because I've been scouring the stores looking for it. And that is part 2 of the first edition library mystery. This is Murder is a Must by Marty Wingate. And this is set in Bath, England. So we've got Haley, and she is a curator for a old manor house turned museum for the golden age of mystery writers. And Agatha Christie, Slayer, I can't remember the names, but murder happened there in the first book, and they solved that one, her, and there's a cantankerous older lady. So the two of the women live there, and it was up to them to kind of figure out what happened with the first one, which is Body in the Library. And this is book 2. Shows how much I enjoyed book 1 that I went out and bought the sequel and got it on my TBR right away. These are great, cozy mysteries. They're kind of slower paced, and so glad I got my hands on this. All right, so it's Goldie's turn, and this is actually the house that she grew up in, and I'm sure she's very happy to be home. So she gets to pick a book this month, and let's see what she's going to do to me. Hopefully she'll be nice. You know what? Let's have her go over here. We've got another little bookcase. So Goldie is actually Flint's niece. She is the daughter of Flint's sister, Francesca. I wouldn't mind living in this house, especially with that pool looking over the water. Okay. Random word. Okay, I don't think we've done this one in a while. We'll be using a random generator to pick a word, and then we must find something that is related to that word. These are fun to do. I like seeing what comes up, although it's a little scary. They can be a challenge sometimes. So let's pull that up and see what word we have to work with. So let's generate 3 different words. 1, 2, 3. Cassette. It could be interesting. So I'm thinking 70s, 80s. That's when cassettes were big. I grew up with cassettes. Or it could be something music related. Perfect. I am so excited about this one. This just hits on everything. This one is actually my daughter. She's been wanting me to read it. She loves this. And seeing as she's not necessarily a reader, anything that she recommends always piques my curiosity, because when you're a reluctant reader and a book speaks to you, I think it says a lot for the book. What I'm really excited about is, okay, of course, we definitely hit the word on the head because they've got their headphones on, and they would definitely be listening to a cassette, because this is in 1986. I was 16 years old and a sophomore in high school. So I'm super pumped about this. And it says that it has rhymes with punk rock and true love. So nailed it. And I'm really looking forward to going back to my high school days. I hope it gives me a whole bunch of nostalgic vibes. So Let me know if y'all have read this one. I know this was a favorite way back in the day, so I'm curious to see what I'm going to think of it. All right, let's see if our streak continues and hop back into the game and see what we now have. Hillary, we've got multiple generations. This is actually Goldie's daughter. She has grown up, and let's see what she's going to do to me. What would have been our last one is little Hillary. So let's have her pick a prompt for us. Where is she? Come on, Hillary, get up. I don't know why she's wearing gloves. The game picked all of their clothing for me. I just left it up to whatever it decided to do. Hair, makeup, clothing. The only ones I ever picked were for my heirs. So, yeah, that's not my fault. All right, what is Hillary going to give us? And where's she going to go? And go sit with her mom. Winter Wonderland. We just had that. You know what? We're going to pick something else. We just did that one last month. Oh, don't go all the way. Okay, let's see what she gives us. Moon on the cover. Any book with a moon. Okay, so thanks to Hillary, I get to finish a series. We've got, what is it? Something Witchy This Way Comes. This is the last installment of the Jolie Wilkins series by H.P. Mallory. This is witches, vampires, there's power struggles going on, a romance, and I wasn't too impressed with the last book. So cross my fingers that it ends on another high note that it had at the beginning. Okay, so now we have to do our bonus ones, thanks to Gable. Thanks again, by the way. So we're just going to cycle back around and give Flint, the man of the house, another pick and see what he comes up with. Okay, where is Flint? Yes, he's downstairs in there. This is like their party basement. Okay, another random word. Got A to Z title. So, random letter generator. All right, so that'll work. A, N, and the do not count. We've got our wheel to pick our random letter. Let's go ahead and spin and see what we get. We got K. I actually didn't have as many as I expected, but I think I'm going to go with a classic. I'm excited for it. I've never read King Solomon's Mines. Of course, familiar with it. Alan Quatermain. Everybody has heard his name at least, but I don't know how many have actually read him. He's like the precursor to Indiana Jones. This will be an adventure story, and I love a good action story. So we'll see how I get on with this one. And this is by H. Rider Haggard. So King Solomon's Mines. Let's get back into the game and find out what my last, hopefully, book will be. And let's see who's up. Let's get Gable. He can choose one more book for us. See where he's at. Oh, let's just have him pick one from in here.
Flurba Sabe. Arva.
Inherited. All right, let's go see what we can find for that one. This would be one of the books that I have from my grandparents or that we have from my husband's family. Anything along those lines that's kind of been passed down. I recommended this book to Phoenix Rose, and it is Airport. This is set in the 70s. There is a blizzard. The whole book happens over a 7-hour period. And there's a plane up in the air trying to land in Chicago. Anyway, there's a blizzard. They can't land. So we get the perspective of the passengers on the plane or everybody on the plane and air traffic control trying to bring them in. And it's supposed to be really harrowing. this was made into a movie, I believe. So I'll read the book and hopefully get to the movie as well. So get some 70s vibes and just cringe at their clothing. Yeah, 70s fashion. We won't talk about that. Okay, so let's see if I can give y'all a tour of this house. Over here, we have their kitchen with a dining table. And then through here, this is the library, or the room where they would write. Just a little reading nook that looks out over the backyard. Got a little downstairs bathroom, another computer, TV, and the piano was in here. And then on the back side of this room, the TV, we have an art studio. And then outside, there's just all sorts of goodies. Here's their patio with the hot tub. We've got cow plants and the cemetery. And in this little back room or back house is the photo studio. Then if we go, let's see, downstairs, this is just like an entertainment basement, all sorts of fun electronics, bar, and they play Jenga here, video games, a workout room that you can see the pool, little workstation area, you got a workbench, science lab, and in here is their movie theater. And you go all the way upstairs, you have all of their bedrooms. Got these two with that bathroom, a little puppet theater for the kids, another bedroom with two more for the boys. This was the master bedroom of the house with their own bathroom. This bathroom was for the two across the hall. And then you've got another room here and another bedroom with another bathroom. This house definitely has room for plenty of Sims. And outside, some of the rooms have balconies. And this is like, I guess, a portico over the downstairs entryway. But I was really proud of how this house turned out. Took a long time to build, and I think it cost $400 and something. And I think this one's called the Yellow Baron. This is in Newcrest. We will come back next month and take Goldie over to Garrett's house. I have 4 more books to pick, and these are for the extra challenges that I do throughout the year. So let's start with Read Your Bookshelf by Chantel. Reads all day. We need love in the title. I'm going to do a Once Upon a Book Club. This one was actually, I think, December's book for 2020. So it's the Lost Love Song. And it does have little goodies inside. When you're reading, you'll come to a post-it that will tell you to open your gift. And the gift will have the page number on it. And so this has heart-wrenching emotion. We've got a concert pianist ready to marry her fiance, but it doesn't happen. She's lost to him forever, and he's in Australia trying to cope with the loss. Scotland, there's another woman named Evie taking stock of her life at the end of a lackluster almost relationship. Apparently, the song that concert pianist Diana composed makes it around from musician to musician, and it's going to bring Evie and the guy from Australia together. That may sound a little convoluted, but I think it's about second chances. I'm intrigued by this. I'm really looking forward to it, although I have a feeling this one's going to be a tearjerker, which I haven't had one of those in a while, so I'm okay with that. For TBR Knockout by Completely Melanie, she always themes her month, and the theme for February has something to do with short, because it's the shortest month of the year. So I need a short story collection. For that, I'm going to dip into my favorite romantic world, so to speak, and I am going the Pride and Prejudice route and doing a, I guess, fan fiction or variation of it. And this is Love and Laughter, Pride and Prejudice short stories anthologies. So it's a collection of, I believe, 10 different short story scenes based on our beloved characters from Pride and Prejudice. So I'm excited about this one. I've got it on my Nook, and I don't know that I've ever read this one. All right, so for the second prompt from Melanie's, it is a short book. So any book under 250 pages. And I'm actually going to take advantage of this one because I wasn't sure what I wanted, and it works out beautifully because in my Just Spin It game for February, I was directed to The Haunting of Derek Stone, City of Dead. And this is actually a bind up. It's 2 books. So part 1 is City of the Dead, which I have to read for Spin It. And now I can do part 2, Bayou Dogs, and have the book count as being completely read on Storygraph. Book 1 is 134 pages, and book 2, 121 pages is book 2. So perfect. This is a middle grade horror. I think I got it at my kids' book fairs way back in the day. We've got Derek. He just turns 14, lives in New Orleans with his dad and his brother. He is slightly overweight, and he also is hard of hearing out of his left ear. So we've got some diversity rep in this, and there are zombies. So I think Derek's going to have some challenges staying away from the zombies, and I'm looking forward to this. And let's see, the last book I need to pick for the month will be for Buzzword. And this month it is a pronoun. So he, she, you, me, we, they, them, any of those words. I am going to go with One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. I really enjoyed book 1, which is One of Us is Lying. Love the first one, and I can't wait to read the second one and see if it lives up to it. I hope so, because I've been grabbing her books, thinking she's going to be a new favorite author of mine. So hopefully this one will live up to my expectations. In fact, this is a 5-star prediction for me, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so we're back at Bayview High. No secret is safe. All right, so that's it. I've got these plus 3 audiobooks, plus from Just Spin It, which is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 books. And it's the shortest month of the year. So we'll see how this plays out. If I don't finish them all, I'm not going to beat myself up for it. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. And keep an eye out. My new reading journal pages will start posting. All right, y'all have a good one. Have a great month reading. And let me know what book you're most excited for in February. I think for me, Eleanor and Park, Secrets of Winter House, followed by Murder is a Must. I think those are my really want to get to. All right. Y'all have a great one, and I will see you next time. Bye now.